and the Sunblood Network, where you can receive high tech knowledge about the technology of your vessel. All right, that's what I do. Okay, today is another solar day, another solar existence. Within the solar why, what do I mean? As in they say, the day or day, day. How I look at it is the day is the why. Day, the, da, and then why. There you go. All right. Hopefully everyone is doing great in their existence. Hopefully everyone is having a grand rising. Hopefully everyone is having a grand awakening as we continue on this great conscious shift that we are in. All right. Me, all I got is smiles and laughs. That's all I got. I got no complaining to do. Not at all. All right. So, as the people come in, right, we'll get to talking to them and everything. I got a great message for them, though. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Now, the last time I was on here, we were speaking about the foundation of family. And we also were speaking about the foundation of memories within the family. So we were talking about two different things at one time. You know what I'm saying? That's just how my mind operates. Okay. So with that being said, previously we would talk about what happened previously, and then we continue to what we are going to now. Okay. It's like an episode. I have to give you what previously happened. That way you can know what I'm speaking about now. Okay. All right. The second topic that we will be having will be part two to the foundation of family and part two of the memory system that you build within your family. That way you know, right, who your family is. You understand? Now, previously we were talking about titles. You know what titles are: mother, father, son, daughter, niece, nephew, uncle, auntie, grandma, you know, grandfather. All those are titles. You understand? Now, what I had to understand is this: when someone has a title, right, their actions should back the words that they are. You understand? It's like someone walking up to you and telling you, I'm a principal. I hear you. But do your actions actually back that you are a principal? You got it? So that's what we were talking about previously when it came towards family. I know some people may not be into the family thing. Your mind may not be there. And it's okay. But at least if you can understand with the message, you may be actually preparing yourself to receive that. Do not, for the people that are single in the world, as you go through what you go through naturally, just always understand everything is a phase in this life that we're living. And always remember, you have to be prepared for what you want. It is coming. You just got to go through the process. You're not waiting for nothing. Finish going through the process. That means your mind is prepared to receive. Thank you. The mind has to be prepared to receive whatever you want. You have to go through a process of knowing. That way, when you receive it, you're like, this is exactly what I wanted. Exactly. Let me show you from a third dimensional standpoint what I'm talking about. Whenever you make cookies, right? Cookies have a process. Understand while you're going through the process, you are not waiting for nothing. Action, right, is generating the ingredients. Those ingredients are combined into one in order to make that cookie. So what it looks like to me, no one is waiting on nothing. You are always going through a process. Understand? So you have to understand that with yourself, okay? No one's waiting on nothing. The only time you wait is when you're not doing the actions to generate what you actually want in your reality. That means that you are in the phase of processing the information and data, right, of what you want or what you want to become, right? Now you have to understand that that's not a weight. It's only a weight when you stop the action, because now you, as the mind, are waiting. I don't really know what for. You can do that, but yourself is there to guide you the whole time. So yourself is watching, like, mind, why are we waiting? There is no reason to wait. Let's keep on going with the process. All right. As you complete your process, what you want to receive naturally comes, okay? If you tell me it never came, then you may have to look at it from this standpoint. Maybe what you are asking for is something that may not be aligned with you. Sometimes you have to ask, am I asking for things in the past? Or am I asking for things in the future? Thank you. Now, if yourself is leading you to the future, right? And that's the direction that you're going to. Now, let's just say you make a request. You make a request. Now, when you make a request of what you want to receive, right? What you have to understand is that request from something of the past or in the future. This is why when some people make certain requests, they're like, yo, I didn't get it. Are your requests something to destroy you? Or is it actually something to enhance you? Yeah, you got to be careful for what you ask for. You got that? I just want to let you know that I tried it myself. I asked for certain things. I'm like, I didn't want this, but you asked for it. Yeah, I need to go in greater detail when I'm asking for stuff. That's the thing with self. So, I had to realize it myself. This is not what I wanted. You got to add more details. Yeah, yeah, you got to add all those great details that you want. Add all of them up. It's all gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's all gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? But like I said again, that's what we was talking about previously when it came down to family, and then we'll talk about previously what happened when it comes to memory systems. When it comes to like family and stuff like that. Now, what you got to understand is this: everyone has a holiday, right? Now, on this holiday, everyone come together. That's true, ain't it? Don't get me wrong. Some people maybe not be coming together, but the people that's coming together on Thanksgiving, I got a message for y'all. I got a great message for y'all. What I want to say to y'all is this. Um, I just want y'all to pay attention to this. Y'all come together on Thanksgiving and Christmas, don't y'all? That's great. That's real great. Can I ask y'all a further question? Is y'all gonna keep on coming together besides these 2 dates? I'm gonna tell you something that's so funny in my life, okay? You gonna laugh at this. It's okay for you to laugh. I'm trying to make you laugh. I don't want you to be angry. Okay? There's too much laughter in the world for you to be angry, okay? All right. Let's get to this laughter real quick. So one day, right? This happened a couple of days ago. I wanted to build a relationship, with my brothers. That's what I wanted to do. And so I paid attention to what me and my brothers do. We play video games together. We play a video game called, what is that video game called? Call of Duty 6 with the zombies. We play that. Now, what I understand is this: me and my brothers, we come together on a video game, right? In order to shoot up zombies, in order to get better guns, in order to get better perks. The perks are for not Percocets. Get your mind out the gutter. Not Percocets, okay? We're not talking about that, all right? We're talking about perks. Perks that you take, it extends your life, right? They got quick revive. They got what's that? They got they got the eyeball on there. We can see the zombies through the walls. They got they got different abilities on there, right? Now we all work together so we can get our guns and get all our different abilities that you call perks, right? Now this is the thing: how are we able to do this on a video game, but we're not able to do this in reality? Setups. Pay attention. You all play video games. You all, right? even at work, you all are in partnership with each other. You all working with each other behind the screen. So how are you not able to do this in reality? Reality checks, right? I know. I'm the biggest reality checker. There's many reality checkers in here, but I'm one of the biggest ones, okay? So what I'm saying is, it is a great deed that you all come together and play video games, right? Together. But I want you to realize y'all are playing a video game together to win together. So why you can apply that same characteristic in reality? That's what I learned from playing video games with each other. That's what I learned. I learned something different. Everybody was playing a video game, and I'm looking at the video game totally different. Like, this system is actually set to help us. It is? Yeah, they just call it a video game. But the video game got us working together. Wow. I like these video games. I do. It brings people together. Look at them. They're talking on the mics. Look at them talking on the mics with each other. They're telling each other, I'm going to go in this corner. I need you to protect me. See that? Look at that. And we can't do this in reality? Come on, man. The game funny. Now that's why I get the laughing right there. I get the laughing because to me that's joy. That's laughter. It's like, okay, so we can't get together? Like, no, we can't get together. Okay. Put this video game in front of them. Watch this. Come on, bro. You're calling me. All right. Can you get in the party? Yeah. We're having a conversation. Okay. But we're doing all this behind a machine. I mean, so we supposed to only help each other inside the machine? I'm just trying to figure out because what I'm understanding is that if we can sit down, right, and actually play a video game together and work together, what you have to understand is that I understand consciousness in a higher form. Okay. So maybe you can understand this. All right. Don't let the information and data spook you. Okay. What you have to understand is this: your vessel is sitting down, right? As you play the game, the technology of your eye looks and see for you. Now, the technology of your mind has memories of what you just did. So let's really play the truthful game here. For the ones that are in technological consciousness or higher consciousness, you about to get an upgrade. Okay? Watch this. The technology of your eye, technology of body are all integrated and connected with each other. They work at in one, not two, not three, not four, not five. Okay? They work as one. The technology of your eye in the third dimension of what you've been taught is that you look and see. Look and see within the dictionary doesn't explain the functionality of eye. Okay? Okay. The technology of your mind, right, has a memory bank. The technology of eye is connected to the technology of mind. Let me show you a simple form. What is that right there? You would simply say a red light. Great. Now, close your eyes. Now, repeat what you just seen. I just seen a red light. How are you able to repeat what you said without actually using your eyes? Are you using the memory bank of your mind? The only way you know it's a red light is if you use sight to view. You were taught it was a red light, which means that the ears are connected to the mind because someone told you that, right? What they spoke was a frequency of information and data that's being transferred from the ear now into the memory bank of your mind. You can close your eyes and still remember the things that you were taught. Okay? Let's take it a step further. Now, when you're playing a video game, what you have to understand is that the television tells you visions. With inside the television, there's information and data. Now, technology of eye and technology of mind are all connected. What you need to understand with yourself is the functionality. If you don't know the functionality of yourself, then how are you functional? Now let's pay attention to the game. You're sitting down, mind and eyes connected, right? Now, what's going on is this with the mind and the eye. You have a subconscious, okay? Not everyone does, but some people do. What is going on in this present moment is that the mind is thinking it's playing a video game and it's excited about the video game. I'm not going to take that away from the mind. There's nothing wrong with that. But what happens if the mind is actually being taught and it doesn't know? Let me show you what I mean. When you first played the zombie game, right, you made certain mistakes, right? After you made those mistakes, you knew they were mistakes, right? But then you wanted to make a correction, right? What I would simply say to you is that the mind can't correct itself on its own. The subconscious has to correct it. So how is it that when you play the video game, you become better? Now let's go back to the eye and the mind. Let's pay attention to the data that's being installed inside the mind and what's being sent to the subconscious in order to make the mind better. Connections. So let's pay attention to the game. Your hand is on a controller with an action. The technology eye is analyzing, recording the data of what you are viewing. That's the functionality of eye. Look and see doesn't give you the functionality. Look and see gives you words with meaning, not an understanding of yourself. Technology of eye is analyzing, recording the data of what you are viewing. Now transferring that data to the technology of mind in order to remember what you just done. These are the things that are going on without you knowing it. Okay? So think about it for yourself. The knowledge that I just shared with you, right, was to enhance you. It's not to scare you. It's to let you know you need to understand yourself. That's all. And you have other cells, right, that can lead you into certain, consciousness or information and data. Or, they're just sharing. Okay? So what you have to understand is that in this world, some people have learned from the third dimension, but their consciousness won't stay in the third dimension. So what you have to understand is that everyone conscious is not the same. Okay? And what you have to understand is that as the technology of the vessels that we are in, the technology of minds and phones, they kind of operate the same. The phone is a duplication of the mind. How do I know that? Pay attention to what's going on. The technology of a phone receives upgrades. Your Apple devices, Samsung devices, all receive upgrades. Can I ask you a question though? How is this phone able to do this? It has to be based on your mind. Every time you make a mistake and you don't repeat the mistake, you repeat the solution. So mistakes actually lead into solutions. Thank you. It's no longer of a mistake if you're not repeating it. If you're just repeating the solution. Don't get me wrong. You need to know the mistake. Do you know why? What happens if you have children? What happens if you have a family member that's going through the same thing you go through? And you know about the mistakes and you know the solution. That's knowledge of yourself. That's knowledge that you can transfer to another ancestor that's there with you. You think about that, all right? With that being said, this is your ancestor, General Y God, signing over and out. Y'all have a great one. I'm about to go have me some fun.